Sammy Wilson took his first session of questions today. As you might expect, there were lots of congratulations from all sides on his appointment to the Environment Ministry. And Sammy Wilson being Sammy Wilson, there were quite a few laughs too. When answering a question on punishment for people who cut down trees illegally, he was keen to stress his green credentials.
We move on to any questions to the Minister of Environment. Number 1 has been withdrawn, and I call Mr Alec Easton.
Number 2, Mr Speaker.
Call the Minister.
I thank you for your congratulations. At present, any person who is in contravention of the provisions of a tree preservation order cuts down, uproots or wilfully destroys a tree, or wilfully damages tops or lops a tree in such a manner as to be likely to destroy it, is guilty of an offence under Article 66 of the Planning Northern Ireland Order 1991, and liable on summary conviction to a fine not exceeding £30,000, and on conviction on indictment to a fine determined by the courts. I am satisfied that the current legislative measures and have no plans to change them.
Mr Easton for supplementary.
Thank you, Mr Speaker. I would congratulate the member on his elevation, and it's richly deserved. In light of his comments, would the Minister not be disappointed to know that there's only been several prosecutions for the breaking of tree preservation orders, despite within my own constituency there have been dozens of tree preservation orders broken, and there seems to be a lack of will to go and prosecute those people?
Minister.
Well, can I thank the member for his congratulations, and he will know as a keen environmentalist I sought this post, and I hope to fulfil my obligations in it. Over the last 5 years, the Department has actually investigated over 60 cases of where it's been alleged that trees were protected by TPOs, had been damaged, destroyed, or had been damaged in a way which was contrary to the order. The Department has a number of approaches. The first thing, of course, is where trees have been damaged or destroyed, they seek negotiations with the developer, and on some occasions will insist that the developer replace them with mature trees, and indeed that itself can be an expensive process. And if it avoids taking court action, of course, that will then lead to an avoidance of court action. Though I've got to say that whilst members, I'm sure, will identify a number of cases in their own constituency, the Department has been successful in many prosecutions. The City of Derry, London Derry Golf Club, was convicted of cutting down and destroying trees, was fined £200. And I would point out again to the member that, of course, the level of fines, whilst there's a maximum of 30,000, is dependent upon what the courts decide, and that's sometimes outside the control of the Department. In other cases, in Hamilton's Bawn, someone who cut down trees was fined £2,500. There were court costs of £6,600, and the Department insisted that a tree at the cost of £7,000 be used to replace the tree which had been cut down. So I don't think that the Department is soft on the issue.
Well, it didn't take him long to learn the lingo. TPO, Tree Preservation Order, if you were wondering. And here he is in action again, this time responding to congratulations from Sinn Féin's Paul Butler.
I also thank the member for his congratulations. I wondered actually had Sinn Féin nominated me for this post just to get me away from the Education Minister in the Education Committee, but I don't know if that's true or not. I'd probably see more of her in the Executive than I did at the Committee anyhow.
Vintage Sammy Wilson, no truth in that rumour, I'm sure. Incorrigible, but there are still those who doubt his commitment to the green issue. Here's the SDLP's Tommy Gallagher offering his congratulations with a little jibe to go along with them.
I too want to congratulate the Minister on his recent appointment and wish him well in the position. As we know, his initial comments on assuming office were widely covered last week, so I also, Mr Speaker, want to wish the environment well. Now, I want to ask the Minister about the findings of the review by the Criminal Justice Inspectorate into the performance of the EHS, which was published just a few months ago. Could the Minister tell us here in the House, does he support the findings of the Criminal Justice Review or not?
I do, and first of all, can I assure the member that the environment is safe in my hands. And indeed, I hope that he gets that message over to those within his own party who would love to despoil the countryside by totally unregulated building houses across the countryside. And maybe the chairman of the Environment Committee will get that message from his colleague so that at least there's a degree of consistency within the SDLP. I do accept, and the Department has accepted, the findings of the Criminal Justice Review, and indeed has already taken action to implement some of the recommendations. First of all, they have accepted all of the recommendations which the Criminal Justice Inspectorate brought forward, and since then the Department has had 19 cases taken to the Public Prosecution Service. This is in a 12-month period, and has already secured 12 convictions. So the Department has looked at the findings of the Criminal Justice Review, has looked at the recommendations we made, has committed itself to implementing them all, and indeed has gone further than that and has started to see some success as a result of that.